All right, this is lesson 6.3. We are going to be doing pages 339 to 341. Simplest form is one of those concepts that for fourth graders, you either get it or you're going to struggle with this a little bit. So I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible for us to figure out if something is in the simplest form. Our essential question today is, how can you write a fraction as an equivalent fraction in simplest form? Think of like if you've ever been to the skating rink and you had to go under the limbo bar. It's how low can you go? So just think of how low can we make this fraction go and still be equivalent. So our question is, Vicky made a fruit tart and cut it into 6 equal pieces. Vicky, Sylvia, and Elena each took 2 pieces of the tart home. Vicky says she and each of her friends took 1/3 of the tart home. Is Vicky correct? Well, the first thing it asks is, how many pieces was the tart cut into? And that's 6. How many pieces did each girl take? They each took 2. It says use a blue pencil to shade the pieces that Vicky took home. So I'm going to make Vicky the blue, and I'm just going to write B and B for blue. Use a red pencil to shade the pieces Sylvie took home. We're going to put red and red. Use a yellow pencil to shade the pieces that Elena took home. The tart is divided into 6 equal size pieces. The 3 colors on the model show how to combine 6 size pieces to make 3 equal third size pieces. So Vicky is correct. Vicky, Sylvia, and Elena each took 1/3 of the tart home. Now here's another way you could have done that. You've got 2 6, and you want to see how low you can go. All right, could we divide 6 in half? So could we divide by 2? Yes, we would get 3. And we can take 2 divided by 2, and we get 1. Now let's see if that's as low as we can go. Can we divide 3 by something and 1 by something the same number? Well, we could do 1 divided by 1 and get 1, and 3 divided by 1, we get 3. We're getting the same numbers. So the lowest we can go is 1/3. It says, what if Vicky took 3 pieces of the tart home and Elena took 3 pieces of the tart home? How could you combine the pieces to write a fraction that represents the part each friend took home? Well, if Vicky's taking 3 out of 6 and Elena is taking 3 out of 6, we could combine the 3 6 and 3 6 to make a whole 6 out of 6. And to simplify that, let's think, what factors do both 6 and 3 have in common? Can I take 6 divided by 3? Yes. Can I take 3 divided by 3? Yes. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So in simplest form, they each took home 1/2. Okay, let's go to page 340. All right, up here, this is a lot of words. I want you to try to concentrate on what they're saying. A fraction is in simplest form when you can represent it using as few equal parts of a whole as possible. You need to describe the part you have in equal size parts. If you can't describe the part you have using fewer parts, then you cannot simplify the fraction. So here they had 2 8s. Now I could take 8 divided by 4 and get 2, but can I do 2 divided by 4? No, I would not get a whole number. Could I do 8 divided by 2? Yes, I can get 4. 2 divided by 2, I get 1. When I get down to a 1, I'm pretty much as low as I can go. So let's try here. Can I do 10? Like, I know I could do 6 divided by 6, but can I do 10 divided by 6? No. So I'm going to have to find another factor that they have in common. Let's see, I could do 6 divided by 3, but can I get 10 divided by 3? No. Well, it looks to me like if they did 10 and they got 5, that they divided by 2. So if I do 6 divided by 2, I am going to get 3. So 6/10 is equal to 3/5. Now, we've already learned about prime numbers. If we get down to prime numbers, we pretty much know we're as low as we can go. I cannot divide 5 and 3 by another number and get a lower number. Okay, let's try 6. Okay, I could do 6 divided by 2, and I would get 3, and I could do 12 divided by 2, and I would get 6, but I don't think that's as low as I can go. Let's see if we can try dividing both numbers by 6. I can do 6 divided by 6, and I get 1, and 12 divided by 6 is 2. Now I'm down to a prime number. I've gone as low as I can go. To simplify 6/10, you can combine 10th-sized parts into equal groups with 2 parts each. So 6/10 is equal to, and they're doing divided by 2, divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Those are both prime numbers, so I know I'm as low as I can go. Use common factors to write 6/10 in simplest form. A fraction is in simplest form when 1 is the only factor that the numerator and denominator have in common. The parts of the whole cannot be combined into fewer equal-sized parts to show the same fraction. List the factors of the numerators and denominator and then circle the common factors. So if I did a factor rainbow of 6, I would start with 1 and 6, and then 2 times 3. So that's just a factor rainbow, but we're not drawing the rainbow. Factors of 10, 1 and 10, 2 times 5. Okay, I can circle that they have 1 in common and they have 2 in common, so it would make sense to divide by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. Since 1 is the only factor that 3 and 5 have in common, it is written in the simplest form. We got down, so 3/5 is the simplest form. Once you get down to a prime number, like if I did a factor rainbow, 1 and 3, 5, 1 and 5, okay, we are down to a common factor of just 1. That means we're as low as we can go. Okay, write 8/10 in the simplest form. Okay, so one way we can do this, if you're not sure what to divide by, is to do like a factor rainbow of 8. So I've got 1 and 8, 2 times 4. My only another number is 3. That's it on that one. So for 10, I've got 1 and 10, 2 and 5. 3 can't go evenly in 4. So when I look at the factors, the largest common factor they have is 2. So I'm going to divide by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now you're going to say, but 4 is not a prime number. No, but 5 is, and we can't go any lower than 5. 5 is our lowest one. Okay, so let's do 6 and 12. If I did the common factors of 6 and 12, the largest, I'm going to do it just real quick here. 1, 6, 2, 3. Okay, then I'm going to do 12. 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Let's see which ones they have in common. We've got 1s, 2s, 3s, and 6. Now you want to divide by the largest common factor that they both have, and that would be 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 12 divided by 6 is 2. So 6/12 in simplest form is going to be 1/2. Okay, 2 and 10. Well, I know my highest factor for 2 is going to be 2. So let's go ahead and just divide by 2. Divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Oh, those are prime numbers, so I know I'm to the as low as we can go. Okay, let's see what 6 and 8, what they have in common. Well, here we did our 8s. Let's do 6. 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Okay, they both have 2 in common, so I'm going to divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 3 is a prime number, so I know I'm as low as I can go. 4, 6. I can divide 4 by 4, but can I divide 6 by 4? No. I think their most common one they have in the greatest common factor they have is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Oh, I have a prime number, so I'm as low as I can go. All right, so this is on your own. I'm going to ask you to pause the video for a minute. Go ahead and try writing each fraction in its simplest form. If you don't know what to divide by, do a factor rainbow for both the numerator and denominator, and the largest common factor that they have, that's the one you want to divide by. Okay, so go ahead and pause. Go ahead and do 6 through 13, and then come back and check your answers. Okay, on number 6, you should have gotten 3/4. Number 7, the answer is 1/2. Number 8 is 5/6. Number 9 is 1/5. And on that one, you actually had to divide by 20. So if you didn't get this answer, you might want to have your parents help you with this a little, because writing a fraction in simplest form is just one of those things you either get or you're going to struggle with a little bit. Okay, tell whether the fraction is in simplest form. Okay, can I still divide by 2 here? Yes, so this is not in simplest form. 9/12. Can I divide 9 and 12 by 3? Yep, so that's not in simplest form. 5/6. Do I have a prime number there? Yes, so that one's in simplest form. 4/10. Can I divide this by 2? 4 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So this is not in simplest form. All right, there are 18 students in Jacob's homeroom. 6 students bring their lunch to school. The rest eat lunch in the cafeteria. In simplest form, what fraction of students eat lunch in the cafeteria? Well, first off, I know 6 students bring their lunch to school. So 6 out of 18. The rest eat lunch in the cafeteria. So to get from 6/18, we've got a whole of 18/18, and we're going to subtract that to get 12 out of 18. Okay, that's how many are in the cafeteria. So in simplest form, what fraction of students eat lunch in the cafeteria? So I could do my factor rainbow of 12 and 18. I think the highest fraction that we could divide by, or the highest factor that we can divide by, is 6. So 12 divided by 6 would be 2. 18 divided by 6 would be 3. And the answer is 2/3 of the students. Okay, at this point, instead of going to Clever and doing an assignment, you are actually going to go to Schoology and do the 6.3 quiz on Schoology. All right,